What's up, y'all? Sparty here. I just want to make a quick video about I guess, recent news that has come out about the PlayStation Vita. Rather, what might be the final news about the PS Vita, and it's that Sony has decided to end production of the PlayStation Vita altogether. Now, this isn't necessarily surprising to me due to the fact that they haven't pushed the Vita at all in the past, like, 2-3 years. But basically, ever since the redesign of the Vita, which is this model, they haven't really pushed it. But, oh God. Well, there we go. But, I more want to talk about, I guess, make a send-off video for this handheld here, and why I feel this is one of the best handhelds of all time. I guess I can say that. But yeah, let's do this. So I bought a Vita probably 2014 or something like that. I believe that's when I got mine, and got it for myself as a Christmas present, because why not? It was something that I meant to do for a long time, but never got around to it. Saw my friend, he had bought one used from GameStop. I got this new from GameStop, when it was, at the time it was new anyway. And I really like this device a lot. This portable console a lot. It has a lot of features that are very nice, that are very convenient. Remote play. It can be used as a second screen. You can go on the internet with it. You can, at the time, watch Netflix, watch Hulu, watch YouTube. You could do all that stuff. It even had a Facebook app. I don't know about a Twitter app, but it definitely had a Facebook app because I used it. And for what it was pretty intuitive. But what really mattered about this device was the games. And where I feel this was a stepping stone for, like, the Switch and whatnot to take dominance over it. Not only because of the fact that, I guess they decided to not push the Vita at all. The Switch capitalized, and this used to be the indie machine, right? But then the Switch became that. And people always say that the Vita doesn't have games. I don't understand that sentiment. I believe the Vita has plenty of games. It's just that it may not be the type of games that you want. Nintendo fanboys like to floss their, their Mario mushrooms and say that, oh, guess what? The Vita doesn't have games. If you actually had a Vita, you would know that it does have games. This is coming from somebody that has a Switch as well. And I'm not trying to say that the Vita has... At the moment, the Vita does have more games. And eventually the Switch will overtake it in games. But when people say, oh, this doesn't have games, what they really mean is that it doesn't have games they want to play. And that's totally fine, but at least say that. It has a lot of very good collections, some better than others. I believe the Sly Cooper collection is the best collection to come out for this, as well as the God of War collection, God of War 1 and 2, because they have been optimized very well. The Jax, this isn't Mortal Kombat. The Jak and Daxter collection, not really. That's pretty bad, but I guess what I really want to talk about here is why I feel it's still viable to get a Vita if you can find one. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of them around since nobody bought them, but I'm not going to make a 12-minute video talking about this, so I'm going to get going here. Vita, I'm not giving you up at all. As much as I don't use you, I still enjoy you for when I do use you, but rest in peace. I hope Sony does decide to make another portable eventually and actually do right by it. But who knows what they may actually do. You know, because Sony likes to half commit to stuff like Google and stuff like that, where they put something out but just expect it to sell because it has their name on it. Like, the only reason the PSP sold as well as it did is because it was the PlayStation Portable, right? The PS Vita doesn't really have that clout. If it was called the PSP 2 or something like that, which it basically is, because you can get a lot of PSP games on here too. So it's essentially a PSP and a Vita in one, and that's very nice. But I guess what I really want to say is that the shortcomings that Sony pretty much put on this device themselves is the memory card, the whole memory card thing, where 64 gigabytes costs like $200. And rather than with the redesign going with micro SD cards because they're easily hackable, they just decided, oh, we're going to keep it, and still wonder why it didn't sell. And it's just this crazy thing where the Vita is a really good device if you have it. I made a couple videos on it, comparing it to the Switch and comparing it to the Nvidia Shield tablet. And it's quite comparable to those two still, even to this day. This still has better battery life than the Switch. I could literally leave this on my desk for like a whole month and maybe like half the battery will be gone. And that's totally fine. Standby time is insane on this. Overall gameplay time is very good for what the device is, and I guess that's something that people don't really talk about. But yeah, that's all I really want to say on it. I wanted to make this video because I really do like the Vita. It probably edges out the Switch in my opinion because it's actually portable. But I mean, the Switch is definitely portable, but not as portable as this, which is another knock I had on the Switch when I was comparing the two. But nonetheless, the Switch is still a very great device. I'm not going to act like it's going to be a worthy successor to the Vita because it's more powerful and it's obviously going to have more games, since it's, well, I guess it being Nintendo isn't necessarily a surefire thing because the Wii U didn't do well, but you know, that's something that we saw happen with the Wii U, and now with the Switch, they've learned their lessons. So let's talk about. Let's not talk about it. I'm done. I'm pretty much done here. This is Sparta. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the support. And if it sounds like I'm crying, I'm not. I'm not crying, but it's just very crazy to think about such a device with such potential just getting shafted because Sony didn't want to push it. Like, imagine if this was the PS4. This was almost the PS. This could have been the PS3 until they turned it around, right? But imagine if this was the PS4 and they just decided to say, you know what, screw it. Which they would never do, but you know. It's a hypothetical. But yeah, this is Sparta. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for support. Thanks for 601 subscribers. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday or whatever time of day it is in your area. Have a good one. I don't know why I say have a good one twice, but whatever. If you like this video, like it, dislike it. If you dislike it, share with people that are interested in this sort of content. And I hope you guys, again, have a wonderful Monday. And I will probably come out with my OnePlus 6T versus LG V40 video tomorrow, because I wanted to re-record it because I didn't really like the quality of it. But yeah, that's it, you guys. Thank you.